Hi guys, it's Matthew here. Welcome back to another video on my channel today. Today in this episode, guys, these are my picks of the worst movies of 2023, as a matter of fact. So to tell you the truth, these are movies that I just did not enjoy, movies that I didn't finish because I wasn't entertained by them. I thought they were boring, all sorts of stuff, and all sorts of stuff like that, guys. These are movies that I just did not care for. I just thought they were flat out horrible, and they just unfortunately ended up on this list, as a matter of fact, guys. But yeah, guys, that is what I'm gonna be doing here today in this video, guys. Is giving you my picks for the top 10 worst movies of 2023, and make sure you share your list down below in the comment section, as a matter of fact, guys. And be sure you like, comment, and subscribe, and share this video with your friends, because that'd really help out my channel greatly. And also, guys, those of you guys that are new to the channel, I do more than just movies and physical media related content. I also do Lego related stuff, video games, all sorts of stuff like that, guys. So if that kind of stuff is your speed to watch on YouTube, guys, please make sure you go watch a couple of my other videos. Give a couple of my other videos a chance, guys. And if you do end up liking this channel, guys, please make sure you hit that red subscribe button, but most importantly, press that notification bell so you don't miss anything in the future. And those of you guys that are not new to the channel, and if you haven't subscribed already, please make sure you go subscribe after this video, guys. But that ain't further ado, guys. Enjoy the video. Let's get started at our number 10 spot. For me personally, is going to be Spy Kids Armageddon. Not a great movie at all. I probably should not start out with saying that first, but I should also probably say I am not a big Spy Kids fan. I never have been super into Spy Kids. There was like one or two of like the earlier films that I enjoyed, but that's about it. And I just never enjoyed the Spy Kids movies at all. I mean, I like the concept of it, but unfortunately, I have just never been intrigued by them enough for me to not put it on this list. And to me, it was and in my opinion, this was worse from the other Spy Kids movies. To me, it was just completely bland. It was boring. It was like a whole new story, and I kind of wish that they would have done like a legacy sequel involving like the same children and the same family and whatnot, with the children all grown up. As a matter of fact, I kind of would, even though that I'm not a big Spy Kids fan, I probably would have liked that better than them rebooting it from Netflix, as a matter of fact. So yeah, that's just my full opinion on it, as a matter of fact. It comes in number 10 on my list. Okay, number 9 is The Wonderful Story of Henry Sugar, I believe is his name, as a matter of fact. So now for this movie, I don't remember how to pronounce the last name, as a matter of fact, but this is a short film on Netflix that was only like 40 minutes long, and it was a biopic, as a matter of fact. And I didn't have much to say about this movie at all, because this was only like a 40-minute movie. For that 40 minutes of it, I was not intrigued by this movie. It was just It was just very boring to me as a matter of fact, and I was not fully invested in the story, as a matter of fact. Sorry, guys, I was just plugging in my laptop here. I was not fully invested in the story. I was not intrigued by this movie at all, even though that it was only like even though it was only like 40 minutes long, as a matter of fact. But yeah, that's just my opinion. Comes in at number 9 on my list. Coming in number 8 is They Cloned Tyrone. What an absolute boring piece of crap. So, I did not finish this movie at all. I thought that this movie I this is a hard one for me to describe, guys, because I didn't even watch half of this movie because I was bored through the very beginning of this movie. And to tell you the truth, I did not understand this movie at all. I thought it was a complete mess, and for what, yeah, I just didn't enjoy this film at all. I was completely, I was bored through this movie. I was not entertained by it enough for me to finish it. I just thought that this movie was boring, it was dumb, and I just do not care to see this movie again. So yeah, this is another one I don't really have much to say because I was not too invested with this movie or impressed by it at all. Coming in at number 7 is going to be, these next two are also movies that I didn't finish on the list, as a matter of fact. But number 7 on the list is Infinity Pool, as a matter of fact. And so yeah, this was a horror movie that I watched like later in the year, and this one came out in like January. And I was kind of interested to see what this movie was, because I keep seeing the previews and I keep thinking about it, and I'm all like, you know what, I'll give it a watch, because lots of people have been saying that it's good, and I'll give it a watch and to form an opinion about it. That's all I had. That's all I really had to say about this movie, as a matter of fact. But just like They Cloned Tyrone, this is another movie that I just thought was boring. I just was not entertained by it. I didn't understand it at all, and to me, it just felt like it just I was just bored through this movie, and unlike They Cloned Tyrone, it just wasn't a movie that I didn't really care for that much, and it comes in at number 7 on my list. Coming in at number 6, again, this was another one I didn't finish, as a matter of fact, but my opinion on this movie is not like They Cloned Tyrone in Infinity Pool. This is one, and this was another January, and this was another dud from Netflix. It is called You People, and this was one that had a pretty stacked cast. Here, let me pull up the cast, and then I'll read some people off. So yeah, this movie was I was not bored through this movie. I just thought it was dumb. This movie was very dumb, and I did not care. I did not care about this movie at all, as a matter of fact. So yeah, Jonah Hill is in this movie. Eddie Murphy is also in this movie, and it's a raunchy comedy and a romantic type movie, as a matter of fact. And I just, yeah, the comedy in this movie like wasn't funny to me. The humor in this movie was just really dry, like The Office and Parks and Rec, as a matter of fact. And this movie was just dumb to me. I just was not amused by it at all, and this movie was just not real appealing to me, and unfortunately, it had to be number 6 on the top 10 worst movies of the year. So, from here on out, the last 5 movies on this list are movies that I have watched all the way through, as a matter of fact. So, just to let you guys all know. So, I'll probably have like more information on these movies than I had on these previous ones. But coming in at number 5 is going to be The Heart of Stone. This is an action movie starring Gal Gadot. So this movie was a Netflix original movie, and this is I like action movies, but this was one I just did not care for. Like I felt like the story with this movie was very off and a very odd movie, and I kind of regret watching this movie, even though from the trailer it looked like something that I would like, because of course it is. It's an action movie. You guys know me. I like action movies, as a matter of fact. But for this one personally, I just felt like the storyline wasn't very good. The whole concept of this movie was off, and this was one that I just felt like they could have improved on a little bit more. So yeah, the story was just very bland to me, and yeah, this is just one that I think that I thought just could have been better, and so therefore it comes in at number 5 on my list. Coming in at number 4 on my list is 65. So now I watched this movie when it came to Netflix. I didn't go see this movie in the theater because a lot of people actually told me that it wasn't a very good movie, as a matter of fact. But I will say, though, guys, that I like science fiction movies, and I like Adam Driver as an actor. And I expected more out of this movie. Like, I get it. It's a survival movie about him and his daughter. But what I was really expecting this movie to be was like half of when dinosaurs used to exist, half with Jurassic Park, and like a little bit of Star Wars mixed in there. That's what I was expecting out of it. But to me, it just didn't feel like it at all, because in Jurassic Park, most of those dinosaurs are real, but in this movie, it just felt like pretty much like all of these dinosaurs were fictional. This movie was just not great in my opinion, and this was another movie that I just thought where I just thought the story was off, as a matter of fact, and I this was one that I thought that they could have done better, and I like, if I had to redo one movie on this list, I would probably pick 65, because this is just one that I really wanted to be better, as a matter of fact, and I expected a lot of Jurassic Park in there and a lot of Star Wars combined together in there, and for some reason it just ended up just being a ridiculous sci-fi action type survival movie, as a matter of fact. So yeah, this was just not a great movie in my opinion, and this is probably one of the worst sci-fi movies I've ever seen in my life, to tell you the truth. But coming in at number 3 for me is going to be Peter Pan and Wendy, as a matter of fact. So, yeah, this movie was not great at all. So now I know a lot of people liked this live action adaptation better than the live action Pinocchio, but I didn't. Because I thought they did everything really well with the live action Pinocchio. For the live action Peter Pan, they did not, in my opinion, because Peter Pan is not wearing a hat, and then Captain Hook is not wearing red. I don't think he even had a feather hat at all, and Neverland was completely different. There was no big mountain in the center of the island, because if you guys know exactly what Neverland looks like, you guys probably would know what I mean by the big mountain, because there's a big mountain in the center of Neverland, and there was 2 other big ones that weren't quite as tall as that, as a matter of fact, and they took all of that out, and Peter Pan's hideout was a tree under the ground, and that wasn't the case with that either. And so, in my opinion, with the live action Peter Pan here, they completely changed everything. And in my opinion, compared to the live action Pinocchio, I feel like they did more things right in the live action Pinocchio than they did in the live action Peter Pan adaptation. So when I watched this movie, I thought it was fine, but now looking back at it, I felt like this movie wasn't that good at all. And so I said to myself, I would rather rewatch Pinocchio or the live action Little Mermaid. The live action Little Mermaid I thought was really good though. I enjoyed the live action Little Mermaid. I'd watch that one again, as a matter of fact. So now our runner-up for the top 10 worst movies of the year is Old Dads. So now this was another one where I first watched it, I thought it was fine, but now looking back to it, I just did not like it. I actually thought that this movie was stupid. I mean, it had some funny parts to it, but all in all, I just thought this movie was too raunchy for me. I mean, usually I like raunchy comedies, but unfortunately, this one was just not my cup of tea, as a matter of fact. And there was just a lot of derogatory things said that I did not like or appreciated. This movie was just way too raunchy for me. And if I had the option, I would rather watch Pineapple Express, Superbad, Ted, A Million Ways to Die in the West, or any other raunchy comedy like that you can think of. Mostly anything like that, I would rather watch over something like Old Dads. And yeah, this movie was just it was just dumb to me, and I just did not care for this movie at all. But coming in at number 1 is going to be this movie called Die Hard. So, most of you guys have probably never even heard of this movie. So, this is an Amazon original movie starring Kevin Hart and John Travolta, as a matter of fact. But then, so it's an action comedy, and those are really my things. But let me tell you something about this movie. So mainly what it's about Kevin Hart. We all know that him and The Rock like to work together. But then there's a little bit of a joke to this movie because he's tired of being the little assistant to Dwayne Johnson, like for example, like in Jumanji or Central Intelligence. So that part was funny. But then he gets tired of being a character like that. And then so here's what he does. He goes to like this acting school by him with this other girl, and then John Travolta plays is like his teacher, as a matter of fact. So you get John Travolta in there too. But then here's where it completely gets where it just gets really stupid. They think so yeah, it's suspenseful until the end. So they think when there's a bunch of other stuff going wrong, he thinks it's John Travolta that's being creepy and doing all these strange things and killing people and stuff like that. But then at the very end of the movie, he finds out that it's not John Travolta. It was somebody else. And to tell you the truth, it you guys might consider it a twist, but it wasn't. It's not a twist. To me, it didn't feel like a twist at all. To me, it was just a dumb concept. And the execution in this movie, I just thought was bad. And then I just felt like they could have just stuck with John Travolta being the bad guy, and I felt like that probably would have made this like a better movie. It would probably even at least make this a good movie, in my opinion. But since they decided to throw in some stupid concept and they just and to me, this movie just had bad execution, and unfortunately, I just did not care for this movie. And in my opinion, it is the worst movie of 2023, as a matter of fact. But excuse me again, guys. That is going to do it for this episode, as a matter of fact. But before I do my outro, as a matter of fact, guys, I do want to let you guys all know that tomorrow I will be doing my most anticipated movies of the year, and then after that, in late January, I will be posting my videos on the stuff that I got for Christmas, one video at a time for the last couple of days of January. So make sure you all stay tuned for that, as a matter of fact. And I have some other stuff upcoming after all that gets published. And so I will tell you all that tomorrow, as a matter of fact. So make sure you all stay tuned for that, as a matter of fact, so you can hear those announcements. But without any further ado, guys, that does it for this video, guys. Make sure you share your picks for the top 10 worst movies down below in the comment section, as a matter of fact, guys. But without any further ado, guys, be sure you like, comment, and subscribe, and share this video with your friends, because that'd really help on my channel greatly. And also, guys, those of you guys that are new to the channel, I do more than just movies and physical media related content. I also do Lego related stuff, video games, all sorts of stuff like that, guys. So if that kind of stuff is your speed to watch on YouTube, guys, please make sure you go watch all my other videos. Give my other videos a chance, guys. And if you do end up liking this channel, guys, please do hit that red subscribe button. But most importantly, press that notification bell so you don't miss anything in the future. And those of you guys that are not new to the channel, and if you haven't subscribed already, please make sure you go subscribe right after this video, guys. But without any further ado, guys, I really hope you enjoyed this video. I'm going to go bring you back to more videos, because more videos are on the way sooner rather than later, as a matter of fact, guys. But be sure you take care of yourselves, drink water, and stay safe. And I will see you all in the very next video. Bye!